So, welcome. Megan Tull here, entrepreneur success strategist, passion expert, and best-selling author of the Passion Belief Method. Own your value and earn your worth in business. So glad you're here for the Earn Your Worth Entrepreneur Expert Series. So we are on episode 13 today. So of 21 days of live Facebook videos to bring all kinds of value to you. All right, so I have a question for you. How many of you enjoy selling? Raise your hand. If I were to take a wild guess, I would imagine that most of you do not like selling. In fact, after working with hundreds and hundreds of clients over the years, that is the one area that many of the entrepreneurs I've worked with struggle. They don't feel comfortable, first of all, selling themselves and then selling their products or services. And many times, these are the same individuals that have been super successful in corporate America in sales, right? They probably were even a rock star salesperson for the company that they worked for. So the problem is, and the challenge is, when you have to market yourself and your own products and services, it's a lot different than hiding behind, a company and selling something that they have. Because if somebody rejects that, they're not necessarily rejecting you, right? So that is the big difference. Now, I struggled in this area for many years, even though I was a very strong salesperson. In fact, I even taught sales to individuals, sales and marketing. So, when I started working for myself and really promoting myself and marketing my own products or services and asking for the sale, I struggled as well, really being confident in being able to do this. So there is a really, really big difference when you are selling for yourself, especially if you're a heartfelt entrepreneur. We're all wanting to share our mission and share our gifts with others, make a difference in the world, right? And our main focus isn't necessarily getting sales or making a sale. We're marketing ourselves, which makes it a heck of a lot more challenging, and we have to be more vulnerable, right? So we're afraid most often that we're going to get rejected. What if they say no to us, or what if they don't like our products or services? And it's really difficult for us to detach ourselves from the outcome. But if we were selling somebody else's products or services, we can detach ourselves a lot easier, right? So also, I want you to be aware of how different selling is today than it used to be. Selling in the past was all about, really going out there confidently, setting yourself up as the expert, knowing all your features and benefits, and being all poised and really being able to share your offer in a very clear, concise, impactful way, right? Saying all the right words, following a specific script. Now, that strategy doesn't work anymore. It definitely doesn't work like it used to. And that's okay, because that's what I look at as yucky sales, right? Where you're manipulating or convincing somebody to buy your product or service. Now it's more about having a conversation. People are looking for a solution to their problem. And as the seller, you have to come in as somebody who wants to offer that solution. You're coming from a place of service versus selling. So in order to be successful at pricing and selling our expertise, we must be confident. And it does take a bit of courage to step out there and present yourself with that confidence, right? So once you have an irresistible offer that offers tremendous value, and you believe in your product or service 100%, then you're ready to start offering that product or service to your ideal target clients. So then you can use my S.E.R.V.E Sales Success Formula. You can use this as your key to success to create and deliver authentic, effective sales conversations. These conversations will inspire your clients to say yes to working with you. Doesn't that feel a whole lot better than manipulating or convincing somebody to work with you? All right, so my S.E.R.V.E Sales Success Formula, we're going to start with the S, because it's an acronym, okay? The S stands for share. So when you are first having your conversation with your ideal client, your prospective client, you have your prospect share the one thing that they wish were different in their life or business. So you really want to reveal the problem or challenge that they're experiencing. And you can customize this based on what you're offering, right? But a sample question in this for this first step is, what is the one thing you would like to change in your life or business? Okay. Now the second step is E for establish. Establish the cost of continuing on the same path that they're on. So this is where you want to reveal the pain points. So obviously they're feeling challenged or they're struggling, they're feeling some sort of pain, or they wouldn't have come to you, right, in the first place. But it's really important to dig into those pain points so they can really feel those emotions, get emotionally connected to that problem there in the moment. So a sample question here is, if you continue on the same path, how do you think it's going to impact your relationships, your health, your finances, your goals, your dreams? Because chances are it's not just impacting, you know, the one thing. If for some reason, or for if they're, for example, wanting to make more money in their business, typically it's not just the fact that, you know, they don't have as much money as they want. You know, if they're stressed out about money, it's going to impact a lot of things, their relationships and their health and well-being, right? Because they're stressed out. So that's the question you want to ask them is, if they continue on the same path, how do they believe this is going to impact their life in all of those areas, relationships, health, finances, their goals, and their dreams, okay? All right, then we have R for results. What are the results they truly desire? What are their goals and their dreams? Now, this is so important for them to be able to paint a picture of what is possible, right? So you brought them down into the pain points and they were feeling that a little bit, but then to be able to share what's possible and kind of envisioning the other side of it. So you can ask them, if you can paint a picture of the life or business, and this is where you're going to customize it, that you desire, what would that look like for you? And you want them to be as specific as possible, because with visualization, the more specific you are, then they can actually see themselves there. And that's what's so important, for them to be able to connect with not only the thought of it, but kind of visualize and see what that's like, and then tap into how they're going to feel once they get there, right? So how is their life going to look, or their business, their lifestyle? How's that going to change? Okay, and so you really want them to paint that picture so you can understand where they want to go, right? So you can best serve and help them, but you want them to visualize it for themselves, again, to see, show them what's possible. They don't have to stay stuck anymore, right? All right, then we have V for value. Now, this is where you're going to demonstrate your expertise and provide 1 or 2 tips and share some value for them. And this is something that they can implement right away that's going to help them move towards their goals. So whether they work with you or not, they're getting value, right? And you're helping them. And be sure not to over-deliver here. You just want to give them 1 or 2 tips so they can see you know your stuff, you know what you're talking about, and that you care and you really want to help them. All right, and then finally we have E for extend your offer. Here is where, if it's a fit, now this is key, if it's a fit, you're going to recommend your product or service that is going to offer the best solution for them. Now, if you determined as they were sharing with you that it's probably not the best fit, then you want to let them know that and maybe refer them to somebody else. But if their problem or challenge they're facing can be solved by one of your products or services, this is where you want to be able to let them know that. And you can read back, you know, their challenge or problem and say, you know what? I believe I have a clear understanding of where you are and where you want to be. Now, I'd like to, with your permission, recommend what I feel would be the next best step for you to reach your goal. And this is where you can recommend your product or service. But so you're asking permission. You can even say, you know, would you like me to recommend this to you? Would you like to hear more about it? Okay, so asking for permission, then you're getting them to start saying yes, which is a very important thing for later. All right, and then after you share your program or service or package or product, whatever it is, then you ask them, would you like to know the price? And most often they're going to say yes, right? And then you can give them the price. Now, when you give the price, you want to be silent. You want to wait for them to respond. I think this is where a lot of people blow it, and they want to kind of convince them, oh, well, it's really not that much, and you know, and they kind of talk them out of it. So you just give them the price point. And hopefully, you're pricing your services appropriately. We've talked about owning your value and earning your worth, so making sure that you're charging appropriately. But after you give them the price and you wait for their response, then you can ask them on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely no and 10 being absolutely yes, where do you see yourself? This will give you an idea of where they stand, right? So if they're a 1, you don't really want to waste your time, right? Or even anything around a 5 or even 6. So we want to look at 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if they're at a 7, 8, or 9, think about what's going to get them to a 10. Sometimes they have some sort of objection, right? Maybe they're not clear on what your offer is. So you could just, you know, flat out ask them. So, all right, you're at an 8. How can I help you get to a 10? Do you have any questions or any thing I can help clarify for you? Okay. So remember, you're not here to convince them, but what we do want to do is empower them to make a decision. Whether the decision is yes or no, it's okay. We just want to get them to a decision. Okay. That is so important. So if they need time to think, typically if you're doing your job well, this is not going to be an objection. Sometimes they'll need to talk to a spouse if it's a bigger investment. In that case, you really want to make sure that you are scheduling a follow-up time to talk to them and not just let them get back to you when it works for them. Say, okay, I understand you want to talk to your husband because you're both having to make this decision together. Why don't we follow up? And I would give them a very specific option in terms of, I have Tuesday at 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, what works best for you, kind of thing. So always get them to schedule a follow-up. But if you are doing your job properly, you can move them to a yes if it's a good fit, or if it's not a good fit, a no, and then be able to move on, right? So just as a little bonus here, if your prospect has an objection, that actually is a really good thing, because it's not a no, it's a yes, but. So this gives you the opportunity to provide more value to make sure they're clear on why they should move forward with you. Okay, so I hope this S.E.R.V.E Sales Success Formula is something that you will use in your business so you can start inspiring your clients to say, or your prospects to say yes to working with you. And you no longer have to have those yucky, uncomfortable sales conversations. You can serve instead of sell. All right. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, please share it with any friends or your community if you think they may benefit. And be sure to like the video as well. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on the S.E.R.V.E Sales Success Formula. And I hope you will join us tomorrow when we talk about allowing yourself to receive, because that's another big piece of this puzzle. You will be much more confident in presenting yourself, your products or services, if you are in the mindset of being able to receive. All right, I have a very special gift for you today that I'm so super stoked about, because there's so many of you that are out there that have tried so many things to really scale up your business, to make more money, just to make things a little bit easier in your business. You don't have to work so hard. So if you're looking for an easier way to scale up your business, to make way more money, have way more fun, and I have something that you'll want to hear about. All right, so how would you like to build a successful business that you love without the struggle and overwhelm? Me, right? Why wouldn't you want to? So the secrets behind creating a profitable, passionate-based business are easier than you think when you have the right direction and you're able to create a simple business system where you can turn your expertise into passion and huge profits. So it's all about not just making a lot of money, but having a lot of fun while doing it, right? So how would you like to learn how to design your business so it's aligned with your unique gifts, values, and allows you to be fulfilled and make the biggest impact? How would you like to learn the single most important thing you need to do that will up-level your business overnight and start attracting targeted, high-end clients to your business? And how would you like to know what your #1 business tool is and how you can use it to get more clients, build trust, establish yourself as an expert, and move your clients to a decision while building consistent results in your business? Well, I'm thrilled to share with you an event that will inspire you and equip you with the tools and the techniques to start achieving a passion-based profitable business. So introducing my all-new Profit Secrets Masterclass. This is the fastest way to build a profitable, passion-based business. So you're going to learn my 3 secrets to create that simple business system to turn your expertise and passion into huge profits. So I'm going to provide a link for you to be able to register and reserve your seat for this amazing masterclass. And this is coming up next Tuesday, November 13th. So be sure to register so you don't miss it. And it's limited seating, so get in there and reserve your spot today. So just click on the link. All right, so I hope to see you there on the webinar. All right, so really it comes down to, let's just stop dreaming about your dream business and let's make it happen, for goodness sakes. All right, so join me on the Profit Secrets Masterclass. So, and I will see you tomorrow when we talk about allowing yourself to receive. And until then, be courageous, take inspired action, and share your gifts with the world. We'll see you soon.